Okay, so 10th standard students, a very warm welcome to the online session of JC English High School. Okay, as of now, we are in the part 2 and we have started with the economics chapter 3rd. Okay, and the name of the chapter is money and credit. Okay, so what we have done already, we have done the introduction part of regarding what money is exactly. Okay, and the importance of money. What is the importance of money? Why this money was introduced and how it works. Then we have gone through the main thing, that is the Reserve Bank of India, or else the Central Bank of India, or it is also known as the Bankers Bank, Mothers Bank, because that bank is the bank which regulates all the banks of our country. Okay, so now we have done the introduction part for RBI, what RBI is, where, when it was established, what is the main work of this one RBI, that we have done. Okay, the main thing. And then we have done the functions of RBI. In the functions of RBI, we have done the points: monopoly of note issue. They are the only person who can, they are the only organization in India who can print the notes. Okay, bankers to government, government takes advice from the RBI regarding any financial issues. Okay, then Bankers Bank, all the banks, their head is the RBI, or they are being regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. National Clearing House, anything dispute with the banks, they go for RBI to clear their issues. Controller of credit, how much credit can a bank given to, all these are being, can a bank give to its customer, what will be the rate of interest, everything will be decided by RBI. Customs of foreign exchange reserve, foreign exchange reserves also means Exim Bank is there. Okay, Export Import Bank, they actually, RBI is the person who decides the foreign exchange reserve for the banks. And the promotion of banking habits, the last point, where the how RBI promotes that the banking sector should be there, one bank should be there where no bank is there, so that the people having a habit of these savings and also all these things, they will tell the banks, the commercial banks, to imply on that area, so that that area can get a economic development. Now today's topic is the regulations of money policy. This is very important and this is complex also, but then also I will tell you, if you go through the notes properly, it is very easy. Then also if you are having doubts, you can come here and you can clarify your doubt. Okay, currency notes and coins issued by the monetary authority of the country from the money supply in a country at any given time. Okay, so currency notes and coins issued by the monetary authority of the country form the money supply. Okay, so currency notes and coins are being printed, but how much it should print, how much it should get to the market, that is being decided by the RBI or central bank of any country. So currency notes and coins issued by the monetary authority of the country form the money supply. Money I am having, okay, I can print enormous money. It doesn't mean that my country's all peoples are rich people. Okay, because there must be a capacity, how much is the demand, how much is the supply, okay, how much agricultural product, how much these primary, secondary, tertiary products are there. On that basis only I can print and I can supply the notes. Apart from currency notes and coins, the balance in savings or current account deposit is also considered as money. Apart from this, what the money it is circulating in the market or coins, okay, apart from that, whatever the deposits are there, okay, the current deposits, current account deposit or saving account deposit, suppose you can check it out that okay, I take 5 persons, okay, they are having cash money, that is the currency and coins of 5,000 rupees, but that is not the actual money they are having, because they are having money in the bank also, so we should consider that also as the money of the country. As these savings can be withdrawn at short notice, savings can be withdrawn at short notice. Suppose I am having 1,000 rupees in my bank, anytime I can go to the bank and I can withdraw that money. So as these savings can be withdrawn at short notice and the bank is liable to pay it on demand, they are also called as demand deposit. they are demand deposit, means on demand you have to pay, you can't tell. But fixed deposit, I have make a fixed deposit, means I have make a contract with the bank that this money I will not take it for another 3 years or 5 years. Okay, there it is, after 3 years or 5 years only I can take that money. But for the saving deposits and current deposits, what happen, the money whatever it is there in my bank, any time on the working days I can go and I can claim that money. That's why they are known as demand deposit. Okay. The currency and demand deposit forms the total money in circulation with the public at any point of time. Any point of time means any time the currency and demand deposit, I told you 5 persons are there, they are having hard cash this much, but they are having money in the account. So this all togetherly makes the total money of the country. So the currency and demand deposits forms the total money in circulation with the public at any point of time. In India, 4 measures of money supply are used to measure the monetary stock. That is monetary stock. How we will calculate? Okay. So this M1, M2, M3, M4. What is this M1, M2, M3, M4? So first one is the M1. You will get the notes. You have to go through this M1, M2, M3, M4. Very easy. If you go for 5 times, it will be on your tip of tongue. So M1, what is the M1? Currency notes, whatever it is available in the country, plus coins available in the country, plus net demand deposit held in commercial bank. Net demand deposit, all the banks, they are having the savings or the current account deposit of the persons, that is also considered as money. So the currency, the coins and the demand deposit of all the people of the country in the commercial banks accumulating means altogetherly forms this M1. Now we will go for M2. What is M2? M2 is M1 plus. M1 means this one, currency, coins and the demand deposit. Okay, plus saving deposits of post office, saving banks. Saving bank means saving deposit of post office. In post office also saving banks are there. Okay, if we can give there for savings also we can go there. So that money also we have to consider. That is the M1 plus saving deposit of post office, saving bank. Okay. Then what happened? M3. M3 is M1. This one. M1 means this one. Where it got? This one, M1, M2 it is over. Now M3. What is this M3? M3 is the M1 plus net time deposit of commercial bank. Okay, the time deposit also there, means the fixed deposit for a time what we are going to deposit in a bank, that is known as the time deposit. Suppose I gone to a bank and I have given them the bank 5,000 rupees and I am telling that please make it a fixed deposit for another 3 years. That is known as time deposit. So M3, how we will calculate this M3? The M3 is nothing but the M1. M1 means the currency with the people, the coin and the demand deposit of all the bank, plus the net time deposit of commercial banks. The time deposits means the fixed deposits. Okay. Now coming to the main point, why we have calculated this M1, M2, M3, so that we can get the last one, that is the M4. This is the final. Okay, this is very much important. This is being calculated by the RBI. So what is this M4? M4 is M3, means M1 plus net time deposit. Okay. But not only that, plus total deposits with post office saving account. First we have taken that also. The total saving means the time and demand deposit of post office also we should take. So coming to the point, M4 is nothing but what happened, I am telling you. M4 is the M3. M3 means M1 plus net time deposit of commercial banks. Okay, so we have to go to the M1. See, calculating all these things plus the total deposit with post office bank, saving bank, we will get the M4. So these are the 4 measures of money supply the RBI used to take. In the next video, for the purposes of monetary management, M1 and M2 are referred to as narrow money and M3 and M4 are meant as broad the next part we will go with the other parts of this topic. Thank you.